We in the zone war, man.
I feel like y'all trying to set me up.
Grip test.
77.
I had my hand injury. Don't judge me. 33. Put the fight on.
Oh man, I'm concerned, War Room. I'm concerned. Grip strength.
85.7 kilo. 85.7 kilo.
You know, I'm actually impressed by one thing. I'm impressed by the fact that Shakur Stevenson even decided to be that transparent and to go along with the exercise and expose his grip strength like that. Check out his grip strength.
33.
So that means that Shakur Stevenson's grip strength is that of an average boy, the age of 16 to 17. Meaning that if you're a legal adult boy at 18, if you have the grip strength of Shakur Stevenson, you'll be considered weak. To go even further, Shakur Stevenson's grip strength is that of an average prime female. It's not like a crazy athletic prime female or a crazy strong, but an average prime female. Okay, that's the grip strength that Shakur Stevenson has. And it really is due to the surgery on his hands and all of his hand injuries. And he said it himself in the video, like, listen, bro, I've had injuries.
I had my hand injury. Don't judge me. 33.
And really, that's not an excuse. That's a reason. But that is the current status of his grip strength right now. Now, before everybody or Shakur Stevenson fanboys or people who want to jump to the fence and jump in the comments and say, hey, grip strength means nothing. It's the sweet science. It's boxing. Yeah, boxing is martial arts with your fists. But I have to let you guys know, inform you guys why grip strength is important. Now, I know there's a lot of you guys who have boxing experience, who box now, retired fighters and stuff. And you guys like, oh my God, obviously grip strength is important when it comes to boxing. Please bear with me, okay? We do have to explain this to people who are going to not understand grip strength or people who just want to know why grip strength is important when it comes to boxing. I know all these things already, but it's best to use Google so people don't say that I'm being biased or something like that. All right, so grip strength. It says, yes, grip strength is important in boxing as it contributes to power, control, and injury prevention, forming a crucial foundation for effective punching and hand health. All right, and we all know that he has injured hands. So it says power punching. A strong grip allows for a tighter and more solid fist, leading to harder and more damaging punches. All right, control and stability. A robust grip reinforces the wrist, making it less likely to bend or twist upon impact, improving control and stability. We'll come back to that. Shock absorption. A strong grip helps distribute the force from a punch more effectively, reducing the risk of hand and wrist injuries. A strong grip, and this is preventing injuries, a strong grip can help prevent injuries by keeping your hand from slipping during a punch and by absorbing the shock of a punch. An improved technique. A strong grip allows for better control over your fists, enabling you to deliver sharper and cleaner shots. So grip strength is very important when it comes to boxing. You notice a lot of boxers, they do grip strength exercises. And like they said, power, okay? Making a tighter fist. It's harder to hurt somebody if your hands are open, right? You need to be able to clinch and have strong grip strength to make a proper fist, especially over 12 rounds. Because you have gloves. Anyone who ever boxed in boxing gloves, to make a solid fist over 12 rounds, okay, of course you want to relax your hands that bit at times, right? And you want to keep the stamina of your hands and clench, tighter when you're about to punch. But at the same time, to be able to do that, you need grip strength. So a lot of punchers, like your best punchers, like George Foreman, he has strong grip strength, all right? And Better BF, another one, where they can have that power late in the fight because of their grip strength. Rocky Marciano is another one who can knock you out 12th round, 15th round, and stuff like that. Plus, like they were saying, being able to keep your wrist stable and all those things, all of that is important to prevent hand injuries and stuff like that. So grip strength is very important. Now, when they were talking about the grip strength being weak and you having your wrist bent, if you look at another fighter with fractured or fragile hands, one of the greatest fighters ever, Floyd Mayweather, look at the one time he actually was officially knocked down. He knocked himself down. So he hit his op with a hook and he kind of chipped it, right? Like Greg Hackett was saying. He chipped his punch and it grazed the forehead and he hurt his hand and he was knocked down by it, actually. He was never hit, but it was official knockdown. If you look at that compared to Shakur Stevenson, same thing. He kind of chipped his shot and then he ends up falling down due to the pain of how his hand was injured at the moment of impact. The difference is Floyd Mayweather, at least he hit the hard part of the skull, whereas Shakur Stevenson was hitting the body. But that lets you know the importance of throwing a punch properly or having the stability in your wrist. And I always compare Shakur Stevenson to Floyd Mayweather because they both are great athletes, very high IQ, great defense. And Floyd Mayweather was able to be extremely successful and be arguably the greatest fighter of all time. Many of you guys think so. But if you look at Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Mayweather, when they're not fighting, they both move their hands the same way. And I mention this a lot, like surgeons, right? Even Floyd Mayweather rubs his hands at times. That's how much it's just aching. If you look at him in interviews, and if you look at Shakur Stevenson, they're keeping their hands open. They're trying to have as little damage as possible. And really, they're trying to prevent their hands from being used too often or unnecessarily. And that's due to all the hand injuries. They don't want to be making fists and tightening their hands when they don't have to, which leads me to my concerns with this fight against Floyd Schofield. Floyd Schofield is a aggressive fighter, young lion, very explosive and very physical. And when looking at how Shakur Stevenson did the exercise and showed that his grip strength is just so weak, I think Floyd is going to go right at him. All right, I know I would go right at him and I would just put it on Shakur to have to punch me off of him. And really when Floyd is going forward with the force, I would weave my head in there and wherever he tries to hit me, hopefully he can be doing damage to his hand overall and his hands won't be able to make a proper fist in his gloves. And I would then continue to try to punish Shakur Stevenson if I was Floyd Schofield. And listen, I've already bet on my bookie for Floyd Schofield for the upset. My bookie that I wanna try. But I was also going to bet on Shakur Stevenson to win by knockout, and I'm not going to do that. I think we got enough data here. Once again, this is not a hate campaign or anything like that. It's to give you information, especially if you are someone who bet on the sport of boxing, or if you're just a fan and just kind of want to know what to expect or just hear different perspectives. Looking at everything, looking at their camp, looking at their sparring, and looking at everything you can, injuries, grip strength, and try to see what to expect here. Listen, I think now is very, very unlikely unless Shakur Stevenson was playing, because he didn't use his left hand. Shakur Stevenson is a southpaw, though his left hand was injured before. He used his right hand, which he just had surgery on last year. So, I mean, maybe he has a stronger left than right, but I don't know. Or maybe he was just playing and not really trying to do it. Because Beterbiev, you saw him when he went through the exercise, he said it's not working. He could have been lying himself, honestly, just to throw people off, to say you're not going to record my grip strength. Maybe Shakur Stevenson was purposely trying to put out false numbers, or maybe he can say so. Either way, that was extremely transparent, and You know, maybe he wants to sucker Floyd Schofield in. But if I saw grip strength like that and I have Floyd Schofield, you know, as a fighter of mine, I will be telling him in the corner to go get him. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz, little dope. I'm out.